Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Big Mood Podcast. It's your boy Jacob, and this is...
Edgar, do you want to go ahead and do the intro real quick?
Yeah.
Since we don't have anyone else to do it.
All right. Just buried our podcast.
Oh, I said the Big Mood Podcast.
Yeah, you did.
I'm so used to
You want to restart the podcast?
No.
We're gonna keep this.
I don't.
All right. Welcome to Thicc Bois in Dreamland. It's me, Edgar.
Goddamn right.
And we got to my right.
Hi, it's me, Austin.
Say your name.
I just did.
All right. Who's in front of you?
In front of me is Ian. You want to say hi, my boy?
No.
My actual, my actual child.
Okay.
It would have been a pretty good intro, Jacob, if you didn't completely fuck it up.
You were doing so well.
Doing so well.
For like I just got glazed over in my mind, and I was like, I'm just gonna say
Yeah, you
what
do
I
that a lot.
typically say, and then I did say what I typically say.
Yeah, good job.
We'll give you another chance next week.
No, we won't. You blew it. You're fired.
Hey, shut your phone off.
Yeah, can you? What the fuck?
Okay, yeah, you're banned from the podcast now.
God damn.
Leave.
Actually fucked up the entire intro.
Did it?
No.
I don't know. Do you remember the topics that you just threw to the floor?
Oh my God!
Yes.
Pick them up, please.
Alright. Now, I have to start this out with a bit of a somber note.
Okay.
Really sort of sorry. It just pains me to bring up. Me and Ian went to a Waffle House this morning, and
Did y'all actually?
I have to apologize to Jacob. Off recording, I said that his tastes were fucking trash about putting gravy on hash browns, and I tried it,
And it's delicious.
and it's probably one of the best things I've ever tasted.
Yeah, it's such a weird hill to die on.
This is the first and last time you will ever hear me apologize to you. So take it.
I
in
don't
stride.
take it.
All right, well
Fuck
there we
you.
go.
I have lived my life to this
And
point.
those are my topics. All right, you can go on.
Yeah, I had to show Austin the light. I mean, we were originally gonna go Monday, but after work, Austin and me, we were like, we're so hungry.
Oh, yeah.
So we just ended up going to Waffle House, and I finally
Don't
got
you
to
do
I finally got to show him the light, and now he's a true believer in the Waffle House.
Yeah,
Which Waffle House now sponsors this podcast.
Yeah.
better. Yeah, that's
That-
now canon.
that-
They don't have a say in it.
Yeah,
So does Monster Energy drinks and Austin's nut.
yeah, two of the same thing, really.
Ready?
Oh!
God damn it.
You already did it, so.
Oh, would you look at that? Jacob left behind again by our success.
Sips.
This time I'm closer to the mic, so that's going to pick up a lot worse.
Oh my fucking.
All right, Jacob. Like every podcast, I would like it if you start us off with a non-shitty topic, please.
Do y'all believe that,
I don't like this question.
I don't either.
that good games are becoming rarer?
Yes. No, I think it's
don't-
more my tastes have become more
Pristine,
Yeah,
refined.
That's a good way to put it.
yeah.
Well,
Because I'm sure there was a bunch of games back then that we don't remember.
I mean,
that just
fuck
fell off.
Fortnite with like the kids these days, and like they'll. I think it's the same thing. They'll have eventually the same nostalgia, like that I do over like Zelda games. Like,
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
okay then.
Zelda
So,
games.
do you think good games are becoming rarer and they're just getting more of a cult following, so they stand out more?
I think complete games are becoming rarer.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
As far as them being good games,
What do you mean by complete games?
how many times have you seen games, especially recently, come out where they're buggy as fuck when they come out?
Early
Oh
access.
well, they don't Q&A test enough to.
Yeah,
And they're like, let's release the full game a year later.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
when the
games
game's
will-
already died
They'll
out.
No.
come out unfinished, and then they'll try to, fix it with patches.
Now, do you think that's because development is becoming harder to?
No, I think it's
maintain?
I think it's literally just because they want money faster for
Yeah.
the next
They
project.
probably don't push deadlines back anymore.
Yeah. Because, for example, if I say, "Hey, we'll be," I think they announce release dates way too early.
Yes.
Because if they're just like, "Hey, this game's coming in October," and then they push it back, then suddenly less people are probably going to buy it.
Instead of saying late 20 whatever.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because then it's just like, oh, we have to have this game out by October. It's not done, patching.
Mm.
Well, it's early access now.
Yeah, like with Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima literally wouldn't even give a year, like the year date.
Yeah, and there's a reason why it's so hyped. Because one, no one knows what the actual fuck it's about.
Yeah, and it caught me off guard that it's coming out so soon. I thought it wasn't going to come out till like.
I thought it was gonna be like a next gen.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure they'll probably
well, of course,
re-release
money.
it on the next gen.
Well, it may be like one of those Last of Us things. Like if the game's good enough, they may just release it as like a bundle thing for PS5.
Yeah.
Honestly, PS4 games better be better be backwards compatible with PS4 games.
Well, I can imagine they can be.
Yeah, of course it can be, but I mean,
Yeah.
Would they bother putting that in?
yeah.
Well, the thing is
Fuck, even the
with-
GameCube had backwards compatibility with the
Wii?
Game Boy.
Oh yeah, and
Well, that too.
Yeah.
It's funny, like Xbox, they screwed the pooch so bad with the Xbox One that PS4, they just had to like fix the simple fuck ups that Xbox made, and it became like the winning console.
They just had to show up.
Yeah. PS4 wasn't even really anything revolutionary.
And
It's
it
just they were
sucks
better.
too, because if you look at like the processors and everything, the Xbox One should be infinitely outperforming the PS4.
but they don't have good enough
It's used. Well, yeah, it's used for TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Yeah,
So,
the
but
4K graphics in Minecraft.
Yeah,
my
about
guy.
time.
Fuck
Oh, my
yeah.
shaders.
on that same point, it does give me hope that the PS5 will have backwards compatibility, because if there's a ton more people moving to PlayStation nowadays, there's more people in their ear about different minor changes that need to be made.
Well, yeah. Something else I'm hoping happens in the future is Nintendo gets their shit together with the online play.
They don't know how to do that.
No, that's the one thing I can say. Nintendo has no fucking idea what they're doing.
They make good games.
Well, yeah, they've made
And that's
household
it.
games
Yeah.
forever.
I mean, the Switch is infinitely better than like the Wii and Wii U as far as
yes.
Well, yeah.
internet capabilities. But God,
It's
it's not.
still-
yeah.
It's not a step up.
It's like PS2 era.
Yeah, yeah. Playing like playing Smash with like
Online. Oh, fuck.
with like a 30-minute lag is pretty difficult.
Which brings me to my next point. Do you think that with the age of social media and stuff that we're in now, the games are overhyped for
Yes.
like
Yeah.
we're talking about how they weren't finished at the beginning when they
Yes.
first released
It
them?
has to be. That's advertising.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you put out a trailer and then everyone's just like instantly in love with the game,
Yeah.
that puts a lot of pressure on the developers to be like, oh, it's gonna be coming out here.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, the main problem is developers are just not. A lot more developers are becoming more money hungry, and not necessarily developers themselves, but like the corporations backing them.
Like the publishers.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, we need this.
We need to
Yeah.
get them out by X time.
Yeah, exactly.
For X quarterly
Um,
quota.
And I know this because I've played game simulators, so I know.
Oh, you're a
Pretty
master.
much- I'm pretty much an expert.
Yeah,
You're the game industry
Yeah.
insider.
So who is y'all's favorite developer? No, not Lord Todd. He is
No,
exempt.
what the fuck? Hell no.
Really? How many times have you bought Skyrim?
How many times have you
Twice.
played
No.
Fallout?
I've only bought 2 Fallout games. That's Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Someone gave me 4 because they didn't want it.
Can't blame them.
But yeah. No, my favorite developer would probably honestly have to be Bungie.
Do you think they take the time to release games properly?
When I played their games, they did.
Back in 2005,
No, 01 through 012.
012.
012? 2000. Yeah,
Is
there's
it-
a 0 in front of the 12.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, you want to fight me on that? 2012.
What about you, Edgar? What do you got?
I don't know enough about like develop
Well, what games do you like to play?
Smash.
Smash. So Masahiro Sakurai, like that's the guy. He also created Kirby, so there's that.
So he's a god among men.
Okay.
I mean, if we're honest, yeah, he's not out of touch with what the people want.
What about you, Ian? What you got for us?
If you would have asked me like pre GTA 5, I probably would have said Rockstar.
Damn.
But ever since then, they've become more and more scummy.
So it's sad.
Money hungry hoes.
You see that trend.
Yeah, and GTA 5 was still a good game, and Red Dead Redemption 2 was a great game, but they just keep fucking up the online, and it's just it's so greedy. And I don't even really play the online that much. I'm there for the the single player stuff, but they've sacrificed making single player DLCs in favor of just buy this golden horse for $500 real world dollars or some shit. You know?
No, that's my main problem with Bungie, because they obviously Halo, but then they couldn't afford to like Microsoft basically wanted more money out of the like deals that they had, even though it was like an exclusive Xbox thing. That's the only fucking reason people bought it. And so then they ended up they sold Halo off to Microsoft essentially, and then another industry picked it up. And then they because their main project wanted to be Destiny.
Why?
And so
Why would you do that?
because they had been planning this game since like Halo 3, so 2007, but they didn't have the funding to make it. And then the Activision stepped in and was just like, "Oh, we'll finish. We'll pay. Help fund the project. We'll split it 50-50." And they're like, "Oh, sure." And then Activision did their thing. And fucked the game.
Yeah.
Because it's a good company.
Huh.
But I guess now it feels weird to say Kojima because he hasn't even released his game yet.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Like I haven't played any of the full Metal Gear series or anything like that. But
Really?
from what I've heard from people and the way that I've seen he does his trailers and everything, and PT having that darker feel, it's intriguing to me. So maybe after I play Death Stranding, I'll probably have him as my favorite. But right now, Square Enix is still up there.
No idea what games they make.
Kingdom Hearts,
Final Fantasy.
Man, who would have thought?
Weeb shit.
What was the last? When are they releasing the Final Fantasy VII remake?
Who fucking knows?
Next year?
Damn.
Or
That's like the only thing I'm looking forward to from their company.
Are they releasing it in like 2 games? I thought I heard something about that.
Hopefully not.
2 games?
Like a part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
they try to do a throwback to a PlayStation 1 game that had 2 discs. You just swap out.
I thought I heard, or maybe it's the game that's split into 2 parts. Like
Maybe. I don't know.
I think one part's like open world.
I played the most recent Final Fantasy. What was it? Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I played some of that.
I played it. I thought it was pretty good. It was fun. The combat was what you would expect.
I had a couple of friends who were like obsessed with it.
Really?
Like hundreds of hours of that shit.
I can't picture that.
You finished it?
Yeah, no, I finished it, but it's just that it never got hard.
I never finished it.
Because I was playing on the hardest difficulty and nothing fucking killed me.
Well,
my dick was soft the entire time.
That's what I was gonna go at.
Yeah. Speaking of Austin never getting hard, when did you lose your virginity?
By legal reasons, I can say I was 18. Next question.
You were 18, but the other person was like 6.
12.
Jesus. Oh my God. All right, Edgar.
It was an interesting
You're up
passion
to
project.
bat.
About what? Oh,
Yeah.
no, it was 18.
You were 18? Fucking. Fuck you. And fuck you.
What's the matter? Were you not 18?
No, I wasn't, actually.
It was 48.
He's 48. Jacob's actually a 62-year-old man.
I was trying to wait until I got to the, be 21 so I could
Drink and
not
be drunk.
remember it.
Oh, that's respectable. I can respect that.
But I only made it to 20, sadly.
Damn. So you straight up just can't even succeed in life. All right. Again.
I was 16.
Hold up! No! We can't have that here. This is a Christian podcast.
Oh, sorry, I was 45.
You have to wait till you're married.
when I finally got married.
Yeah. I got married at 18.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, I lost my virginity at 45.
Yeah, for legal reasons, we have to say 18.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I got 16 and 45 mixed up.
No, that's fine. I
Similar.
I get that. I get that mixed up all the time with
Yeah,
the people I fuck. I mean,
So what was y'all's taste of the first time? How did y'all enjoy it?
no pussy. Why?
I didn't say flavor, you dumb
You
bitch.
said taste.
You said taste. That's where I thought you were gonna go with it. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I don't know. You ever had like salt and vinegar chips?
Wow. What?
That's how good it was? Salt and vinegar chips?
They are good.
That'd be comparable using your virginity?
No, eh.
Eh?
Yeah, Austin doesn't.
I literally just didn't give a shit
Mm.
because I was at the point where it was like I didn't care if I like lost it or
Yeah,
I didn't care if I kept it.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
matter.
so the person that I did it with, I was just like, I don't
You
really
didn't
care.
have any feels behind it.
No.
This is what he's saying.
Literally.
He's a dumb bitch.
No, I was
You
like,
told me you loved me after.
Yeah.
Oof.
Is this
It's
what
all
you're...
lies.
After you pissed on him.
so this was the origin story
Yeah.
of me pissing on Edgar.
Oh my god.
Oh, did we come up with the origin story last night?
Oh yes.
Wait. What origin?
Don't worry about it. We'll get into that.
No, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm already
say,
We have a
hate
couple
it.
good stories from last night.
I wouldn't say there was any like feelings behind it. It really wasn't. I was just more curious.
Mm.
Like, how is this different from jerking off?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like,
It's moister.
yeah, it's a lot more effort than it's worth.
Did you cramp up?
No, I didn't cramp up. But at the same time, I didn't like suplex the bitch, so that might have been my problem.
Yeah.
I didn't get in weird enough positions.
Fucking God.
I didn't hang him out like a freight train as I'm fucking him.
You make it.
There's too many images. Too many images I didn't want to have, Austin.
I don't know why you're having these images.
What,
For later.
You think I can't think of you sexually?
Right.
So do you think that not only more attractive, do you think it's better to be stronger mentally or physically? In today's side,
Mentally, what the fuck?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
So
because
I'm talking like average. If you're average intellect, but you just want to be buff, versus you have a higher intellect and you really don't care if you're physically fit.
all right, because having a higher intellect doesn't necessarily mean that you do. Are you telling me that?
But it does leave the room to you can figure things out easier. You can get to point A to point B better.
Definitely intellect, because if you're physically strong but you're like a fucking like idiot,
Like you,
yeah, only without the physical strength. Actually, wait, no, it's canon that I'm 4'8" with a 3-inch long, 12-inch wide penis, but I'm ripped.
3x12.
I'm literally ripped
Yeah.
from head to toe. I'm just a
That's why
walking bicep.
That's why your dick's so wide. It's in itself another muscle that's expanded. over
Yeah,
time.
it helps with deadlifting.
You tie it to the bar?
Yeah, it adds extra weight. I can't put enough weight on the bar if I have to put my dick on it.
Ah.
It's in the shape of like a plate
Yeah.
for
Oh,
working out.
God. Wow.
Here we go. Down the slippery slope
Yeah,
of
it's
talking
another one of
about
those
dicks.
45-pound plates.
What do you think, Edgar?
I know what I've done, but
No,
alright.
fuck you.
That's fair. Anyway, intellect to a certain extent.
Okay.
Because the
Okay.
thing is, if I have as much intellect, I think a balance is more important than either. Because if I'm insanely smart and I don't know, Monkey Man comes over and beats me over the head with a baseball bat, suddenly I'm not smart anymore. But at the same time, if I'm Monkey Man and I come over to this guy and he's made a gun, you know.
So you're saying you can't min-max
Yeah.
life?
Yeah, because the thing is, especially in this modern world, more technology is more about convenience
Mm-hmm.
and like being faster and simpler. So
So you don't have to be as smart to advance in society nowadays due to
yeah,
technological
that and also you don't have to be as physically fit
Yeah.
to sit behind an office cubicle and
still live to your 70.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts, Edgar?
Yeah, could I pick the third option of balance?
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
No. I don't think that's the way to go. I think I have a fourth better option.
Oh, you max both?
No.
Neither.
Neither. Yeah, you go dog shit on everything.
No. Because, okay, I consider myself maybe slightly above average intellect and obviously below
on a Skyrim scale.
physical
What are
strength.
you talking about? You're a fucking masterpiece.
Okay, thank you.
Adonis.
I appreciate that.
That's coming from a 4'8" individual. So
Yeah.
But I don't really have any specialties. There's only like two things in life that I'm actually pretty good at. And that's
damn,
like
that's 2 more than me.
driving and cooking. Those are the two things I know I can do well.
2 more than me.
But my proposition is that the ultimate way, to have an advantage over everyone else is to be born to rich parents.
Oh, see, I didn't think of that.
Spoon in your mouth option. Yeah.
Damn. All right, that's fair.
I forgot.
I think-
That was like in the extra drop down menu when I was yeah. I didn't get to
All
that
right,
one,
what about
so.
you?
Locked behind a paywall.
Honestly, I would probably fuck the balance. Fuck you.
Oh,
And fuck you. I would definitely say mentally. Because if you're mentally strong, you can find ways to keep yourself alive as well as advance yourself into society better.
Well, yeah, you can figure out ways to keep yourself alive, but that doesn't mean that you can actually if you're stranded on an island.
But when am I going to be stranded on an island, Austin? That's like a 1 in a million thing.
No.
1 in a billion.
Next time we go on a plane,
Or are you just going to kick some Chinese dude out the fucking...
9/11/2 coming soon.
Jesus.
oh boy.
No, I'm just saying,
9/11 to Jihad Boogaloo.
Yeah. No, but because I believe a balance is important because if you're into
What? You going to kick my ass?
yeah,
Clearly.
because you can be smart as shit but still dumb to talk shit to the wrong guy. And hey, you just talked shit to the guy who maxed out in muscle memory,
Yeah.
and he just kicked your ass. Now who's the smart one? Picking up your brain off the sidewalk. You just got curb stomped by a Nazi.
But on a counter note, couldn't you be smart enough to just talk your way out of situations?
No.
I don't know if that's necessarily
I don't think you
smart.
understand.
No, not with you, Austin.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
just
think you understand
I'm
that-
going to kick your ass.
Yeah, I don't think you understand the stupidity of people. You heavily underestimate how spiteful people can be. I can say because here's the thing: I can say one thing, and it be completely false information, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I could say 20 other things behind it, but there'll be 10% of the people who only focused on that one bad thing I said, as opposed to the other things. And so after I'm done speaking, they're going to come up to me and kick my ass because of that one thing I said instead of the 20 good things I said.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, you're going to get your ass beat. There's some people, there are people, dude, Cell said it. No, Android 16 said it. Sometimes you just can't talk to people.
Oh, yeah.
Right before he died. And he was a robot smart boy, so. Your move, atheists.
All right.
Is this canon? Is this a Christian podcast now?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
That's why we wait till marriage to fuck.
We are now
As
Thick
a
Bois
gay-
in heaven.
I just picture the Pillsbury Doughboy ascending to the
Yeah.
sky.
What movies are y'all looking forward to?
Joker.
The
There's
movie's
no-
already out.
Yeah, but
So
I'm
they're
going to see
none.
it tomorrow.
Fuck.
What do you mean?
Y'all
What
are
the
gonna
fuck?
see it tomorrow?
I am. I don't know about
Probably
Austin.
not.
Wow. What's wrong with you
I don't-
and you?
I don't watch
What do you mean
movies.
what's
I
wrong
don't
with
go
you?
out to watch movies. There's very seldom that I actually will be like, oh, I want to go see this movie.
Okay, then are there any shows you're looking forward to?
No.
The fuck is
I don't have cable or anything.
No, I'm not talking about that. We're weeds
I'm
here.
looking forward to a second season of fucking Demon Slayer.
Yes.
I'm-
I watched that this week.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
It is really good.
My favorite character is the dude in the pig. The pig mask.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. If he's not the physical embodiment of me, I don't know what else is.
I was just talking to him earlier.
He likes
blonde
the-
hair.
yeah, he
dude
likes
was
the little bitch
embodiment of me.
Yeah. Did you ever finish it?
Yeah.
Because it just finished. Oh,
Mhm.
dude, it's so good. You
But yeah,
know
no,
the
the
pig
blonde-
guy I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so angry that it finished. So I was like, "Is there season 2?" And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Where is this?
Apparently, there's a movie that's been announced that they're working on.
I did hear about that.
I feel like my passions for media is just dying in general.
But is that
I'm
because
not
you're
looking-
getting used to it?
I don't know.
Overwhelmed with it?
I don't know because I barely go to the movies. Maybe I'll go a few times a year.
I'm just poor.
I mean that too. That doesn't help, but I don't really get hyped for movies. And usually, if I go to a movie, it's like to go on a fucking date or hang out with my friends or something.
Yeah.
Austin, when was the last time Ian took you to the movies?
Yesterday.
We went to the Waffle House cinemas.
Yeah.
Speaking of dine-in theaters, that's the one that's right across from my apartment. It's the
Movie Tavern?
Movie Tavern. That's why
How
I'm
is
like,
that?
oh, it's amazing. They serve all types of food. It's almost like a fucking Chili's or TGI Fridays style menu.
Yeah.
And then it's, they bring it out. You're in like a rolly chair. Movie's playing. Beating your dick in the corner.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I think the last movie, aside from Joker, that I looked forward to was the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Tarantino movie.
Damn son.
That was pretty good. I was
The
happy.
last movie I saw in theaters was probably Broly.
Ah.
That was it. Edgar, did you ever see it?
No.
Did you not? You haven't?
No.
Useless.
I have it saved.
Human.
And I keep telling myself I'm going to sit down. But I always say that.
Oh.
Dude,
I always say I'm going to sit down and watch the
I think you would.
No,
You would
that-
honestly like it.
That's the movie you
It's
should
really good.
watch while you're working out. That's
Yeah.
While?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that'll get you hyped.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
If they bring like Blade Runner to IMAX, I'll get hyped for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll go watch that.
All right, so this is a tangent off of what Ian said.
You have an actual list of
What
topics?
I
No,
know.
he doesn't.
What's the
He's staring at the big screen.
It is a
what's the worst date you've been on
Worst
boy.
date
Whoa.
that we've been on.
Yeah.
boy.
that either you fucked up or someone fucked it up for you, or it just didn't work out? Or
I think for me it was back in high school because I got with a chick that was in college and I was kind of overhyping myself into the situation.
why would you do that to a
And-
college chick?
And she was more antisocial, and at that time
As
I
are
wasn't,
most college kids.
I wasn't
Yeah,
really
no.
social myself, so it was insanely awkward.
How did we become fucking friends? Because I was antisocial the moment I met you, and then you were just like, "Hey, God." You had the let's player mentality from the get go.
Okay, so
I think the teachers forced us to work together.
yeah. In high school, I had the mentality that if I was as fake as humanly possible, I could be friends with anybody.
Yeah.
So I was just overboard with, I was either shy to an extreme or I was outgoing to an extreme, just so I could fit in with different types of people. Like that's why Edgar's here. That's why you're here. You're a dumb bitch, so I had to be outgoing for you since you don't talk. Edgar talks a
Rude.
decent amount, so I had to be like more mellow with him.
Oh, fuck.
I've known Ian since like second.
Really?
We went to elementary school together.
We all did, dumbass.
No,
Actually, I don't think Edgar.
I never met you.
Where did y'all go?
I met you. No, I don't think I introduced myself,
No,
but I saw you.
Yeah. You told me about that. You
Austin
saw
was like
me.
my first friend when I moved here.
Yeah. I was the cool kid down the block who
He felt your power.
Everyone
and
fucking-
he's like,
yeah,
oh,
everyone bullied.
That's the guy that's.
Except
Wow,
Austin
you
wasn't
know.
a cool kid.
Yeah, remember when I was the third fastest kid in our grade? Man,
Oh.
that was how far I fell.
Damn.
Um,
All right, Edgar. Your worst
the,
date
the
besides
well, real
the
quick,
piss.
real quick,
What could be worse than that?
real quick, the best.
Is that a
The
date
first
or just
time I
an
ever
average
met
Saturday
Edgar.
evening?
The first time I ever met Edgar was whenever we were doing like the shitty ass like arm wrestling things at the tables,
Yeah.
and then
You did that?
yeah,
Yeah.
I
we
think
were
every
there.
morning we tried something.
Yeah, because
we're bored as
I have an
fuck.
iconic picture of Austin. doing
yeah,
arm wrestling.
yeah.
He has like the most terrifying face.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it someday.
You look both constipated and aroused.
Yeah, because the thing is, whenever I met Edgar, I didn't know he was double jointed.
Oh, no.
And
Yeah.
no, we were doing what's that game where
Mercy.
like, you try,
Mercy,
Mercy,
yeah.
yeah, where you try to like bend the other person's
Oh
fingers back, and I bent his like all the way back, and I'm just like, no, hold up a fucking second here. This motherfucker almost breaks my fingers
So when you
because
did
that's
that, Nani?
yeah, exactly.
That was the thing that always caught me off guard with Edgar. It was like I could go even or be a little bit ahead of him in terms of just arm wrestling strength.
Doubt.
And then we would play Mercy, and it was like he would almost break my fucking hands. I was like, do I not jerk off enough? Damn. Am I being out nutted here by this bean?
So you gotta put weights. You gotta put the plates on your
While you're
as grip training. Yeah. That's the secret.
So you have to like stand up, I can imagine. So it's like the weights pulling to the ground. You're like,
Yes.
oh, that's
I
a
do
level up.
squats whenever I jerk. But Edgar, with your worst date.
Your worst date. What was it? The piss?
No, I think it was because I can't think of a moment where I've
That was
been
a
on
date?
Oh, it started off as one.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I can't think of another one where it's like, oh, it went like, oh.
It wasn't like you've never been on a date that was like awkward. Like you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Oh, maybe the
Yeah.
first few, but that's just because you don't know what you're doing.
Mm.
You don't know how to talk to people. I still don't. But
That's fair.
Austin just expects the other person to talk, so I can imagine half of his dates were like, dude, okay, let me explain. Every time I'm in the car or in a conversation with Austin, I would have to say, and I'm sure you'll know this, you have to carry the shit out of the conversation because he will just sit there and be like, I don't know if I should care or not to input anything. And then if he does care, he'll overtalk you and tell you you're fucking retarded. So I can imagine his dates are like, the girl's just like, yeah, I'm really glad you asked me out. And Austin's just like, I didn't care to be here, but there's food. So.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but Ian,
Hey, do you bring? Are you doing what you do on the podcast, where you bring a topic list?
Yeah,
I bring my resume. Or I ask them to bring a resume, and I'll just sit there, go through a checklist, and be like, yeah, I guess your tits are alright, check, go down the list. But you don't like mangoes, so that's going to be a no for me. So, no, because my problem is, especially dealing with women, is that I set the bar so unrealistically high that when I eventually get into my 30s and finally find someone I'm interested in, the bar will probably have dropped several bars down. So then I'll end up still getting with like a 9 or a 10. So
I've literally set him up with chicks that were easily 8s.
I'll give him a 5 at best.
See?
Well, what are you looking for?
Huh?
What are you looking for?
Me in female form.
Oh.
It's just me
A
in
cunt.
drag.
Without a beard.
My best date has just been me sitting next to a mirror. Ian, what was your worst date? And then I'll go on to mine because it's a long one.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, I don't have much to say, so we'll get to it. But I don't know. It's kind of a cop out because I can't really say I've had a terrible date, or at least not a date where it's like just a really bad story or whatever. I've just had like really boring, uninteresting dates to the point where I just kind of forget about it. You know, I don't remember anything from the date.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So I'll just go, and it's just like, it's like you're going on a date with like the NPC meme or something. You know, you're going on a date with a literal NPC.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did you come in it?
Did you come in the NPC?
I'm pretty sure I've come in an NPC before.
Oh, damn.
He just hits that quick save.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, my fears of like paying child support
Absolutely.
is through the max. So like, I will not fuck a bitch unless she's on birth control. I have 3 condoms on, and I still pull out. So then my fears of losing 50% of my like income is just like, that's my life.
So do you put it like a miniature strainer on her vagina? So that, like,
No, I no. There's no actual sex. I just jerk
you
off.
just jerk off
Yeah.
opposite sides of the room.
Yeah, we just stare at each other and masturbate from opposite sides of the room, and sometimes I get shy and look away. No,
Oh, that explains our first time.
yeah.
Yeah.
My that explains the piss too. I just put it. I actually didn't piss on Edgar in the way that you would think. I put it in a water balloon and threw it at him. No, but my worst date by far.
Didn't a bitch come and like cuss you out and throw something at you while you were working at Jason's Deli?
That would be the one.
Yes.
That would be the chick that. All right, so
Juicy.
let me explain. So I went on a date and I invited her out to this restaurant and we were eating it. Everything was going like decent until I noticed one of the waitresses was one of my exes, and she just so happened to be our server. Needless to say, that didn't go over very well for any of the party. Because for some reason, this... First of all, I did not give her a tip because she was an asshole the entire time. You already got my tip. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sitting there with this new chick, and we're talking. We're actually having a decent conversation. That everything's going well. Because I actually talk to women whenever I want to. And I get fucked, idiot. So meanwhile, we're sitting there having this meal, or we're sitting there eating like I think it's at Olive Garden. So we're eating like the
Classy.
breadsticks and shit.
Yes.
And then that's when it clicked. I was like, because I was for the entire time I was like, I know this waitress from somewhere.
Wow.
Oh god.
So
Why did you say that?
no, because I was just like, did she go to our school or where do I know her from?
Oh yeah, I dated that bitch.
No, she came over and just like, yeah, we dated for like 6 months. I'm just like, oh, how's it going? And so now I'm having to backpedal.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, yes, I have good memories.
It was just a joke.
Of course, it was a joke that I decided to pull on this first date. And so, anyway, she then starts talking to the girl that I'm with, like, at the moment. And they're like talking.
Oh,
shit.
No, she wasn't even talking shit. She was just talking in general. And I'm just sitting there awkwardly, just like, I don't know how to speak in this situation. And so
I feel like the Curb Your Enthusiasm music should be playing.
I made the mistake of piping up and being like, "So we're ready to order."
Just put her back in her place. Like
Yeah, exactly. And she was just like, "Excuse me." I'm just like, "No, that's your job." So I am now coming off as an asshole.
Yeah. Good one. Good job.
Because I didn't want her to like say anything. Like I just didn't want her to be around here. I didn't want anything to do with her.
Yeah.
Right.
Go on.
And so, anyway, somehow the chick I was on a date with ended up getting some form of food poisoning. Not gonna look into that, but anyway,
She probably mixed y'all's plates.
probably just shat in it. Anyway, end of the date, everything went fairly okay, despite my ex literally being the waitress there. Didn't tip her because she was an asshole the entire time to me.
Because
she would get someone else to come refill my drink. She would refill my date's drink, not me. And so I didn't leave her a tip.
Oh, I wish I could have been there.
I think that's a good transition into the Edgar origin story we discussed last night.
Oh my god. Yeah. Jay, do you actually remember who who did I take to prom?
Michaela.
Okay, cool. This is don't look. No.
He doesn't.
No. I remember what she looked
Chad.
like. I couldn't put the name to the face. I'm sorry. All right. I
Chad.
apologize.
Chad moment.
Please forgive me. All right. So
What is this? This is someone we've been hanging out with for like
So-
years now.
so
And I don't know what the story is.
All right, hold on. We'll get to it.
What
So-
is the story?
I never wanted to go to prom. That was like I didn't.
Yeah, I
want to
felt
go.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason for it.
I ended up having to dance with his date.
And
Think
I
about
remember
that.
that. I remember that.
and
It's coming back now. Okay.
So, reason behind that, I didn't want to, because the date that Jacob had was the one who bought my tickets, because I refused to go unless the tickets, because the tickets were like, what, $100?
No, it was like 40.
Still
They
too
were-
much.
they were that
I think they raised the price for
Yeah, they did. Because you bought them like the second they announced prom, and you're just like, oh, I pre-ordered this shit. Meanwhile, I didn't think I was going, so I ordered them at like the last second. So yeah, I think they were more expensive.
The Fallout 76 of proms.
Yeah, I think I ended up paying like $80,
Crunchyroll.
either $60 or $80 for. So it ended up being like $120 for 2 tickets.
So what the hell does this have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll get to
Where
it.
is this going?
I didn't want to pay for it, so Jacob's date ended up paying for the tickets for me and
Jacob's date's parents, because her parents were filthy rich.
yeah. So she paid for the tickets
Go on.
for the chick that I was supposed to go on the date with, because the girl that I was going to take to prom, her dad wouldn't stop blowing up my phone to take his daughter out to prom.
Okay. Keep
So-
going. Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
things were going too smoothly.
Uh huh.
I got the tickets and I was like, okay, this isn't right. I don't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if I said that they had to buy the tickets, I thought that would be the end of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they bought them. They bought the tickets for fucking like $120 or $140,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, fuck.
Now you have
I need
to go.
no. I have to add a stipulation.
Oh, what was the stipulation? They won't dance.
No, because I made the argument that because at the time I was driving my shitty beat down Volvo,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
and I was just like, well, and none of them had their license.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh,
So-
did y'all get?
I didn't have my license.
I feel like y'all had. Oh, keep going. I'm trying to remember
So-
the right.
so-
I'm trying to remember the right.
I was like, all right, I can't do it because this was like either the first or second time I met his date's parents.
Okay.
And I was like, look, I'm not going to go because I don't want everyone to be embarrassed about my vehicle.
Right.
Blatant lie.
Right. Because you wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was just like, I will go.
Yeah.
I was like, I will go
Yeah, I remember this now.
if
You go. Yeah.
I get to drive her dad's car.
Nice. My date, Austin's supposed to.
Mind you,
She looks very happy. She looks very
She was
pleased.
pissed because he wouldn't ever ask her to dance.
Oh yeah, I got the
So
scoop last night.
anyway,
I did the honors.
anyway,
I got to hear the story last night.
Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going unless I'm driving her dad's car.
Right.
A few hours later, we show up to prom in this $70,000 Hummer.
Yeah, that's right. I remember the Hummer.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait, keep going.
So they agreed to all of his.
Yeah, so mind you, now, first of all, this Hummer, the slowest piece of shit I've ever driven.
Oh yeah.
So I pull up to the venue.
Uh-huh.
I'm already angry. Because one, I didn't want to be there. I had better things to do.
Right.
And two, I got to drive this nice ass Hummer, but it's slow as shit, and it took me like forever to go anywhere.
And you just see the gas tank.
Yeah, exactly. Which her father also paid for refilling,
Nice.
refilling the
Yeah,
Jeep,
he
the
didn't mind.
Hummer. Yeah, the first or second time I met her father was him handing over the keys to me. I'm pretty sure I introduced myself as he was handing me the Hummer keys.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
I was the only.
I
one
met
who ever been over there.
I think I met her mom once.
Yeah, her mom's.
But the
Her
dad,
parents were really
first time I was just like, hey, how's it going? I'm Austin, and then I grabbed the keys and left. And anyway, so we're at the prom, and it was nice and everything, and I saw, I think it was Alejandro sitting there. Like, I think at the time, I think you were working the sound booth.
I was there with 2 other guys. Yeah, we were doing the DJing part.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, I don't really want to dance. I don't want to be here. Much less dance. Because I was in the suit and jacket, and I was feeling nice as fuck.
Well, pissed.
But I was pissed because I didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I remember you were looking kind of fresh.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, this is probably the nicest I've ever looked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? No. I saw, I think it was Alejandro sitting down eating, like, they had a buffet going. So I saw him eating some like nice looking chicken strips, and I was just like, "Oh, I hadn't eaten yet." I was like, "Oh, that's good as fuck." So I just sat down with everyone else and just started eating. Completely forgot that I brought this chick with me to prom. I probably would have had a better time if I just showed up by myself.
Right.
But I had to drive these fucks.
You know how interesting? You know how fucking weird it is that I'm on a date with a chick. Like, I'm out at prom with the girl that I'm with, and then I have to dance with her cousin because this fuck won't.
Yeah, I sent him straight over.
The worst time.
Yeah,
I was like, look, I'll help you out.
I sent the girl. I thought it was with Edgar. I sent her straight to. I sent her to dance with you. I thought it was Edgar, but I sent her to dance with you.
Okay, then that ruins the whole Edgar origin theory I had.
Edgar, didn't you dance with her?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, I had her dance. I essentially prostituted her off to my friends because I didn't want to deal with her.
Okay. So here's.
Also, I remember coming up to y'all, and then I could tell you were pissed. So I was like,
"No, wait a minute! I was the one who asked him to dance with her because I was like, I've already danced with her, and I can't."
No, because I told
with another chick.
I told her to dance with you, and I told her to dance with him. I said I didn't care who.
Okay, so this
is the origin story for the piss.
Yeah.
So she is the girl that pissed on Edgar.
That's our theory.
That's the origin.
that's your theory.
That's the origin.
Oh,
I have heavy doubts about that.
That's interesting.
No, it's completely true.
She was so upset about the date that she just needed to piss.
She just needed to piss.
She wanted to piss on Austin, but she settled for
She
Edgar.
pissed all of her rage from me to you.
I see. I know her, and so I know that.
I hope she hears this. I hope she hears this podcast.
All right.
Make sure to link this to her.
Oh, that's right, because she still asked me to hang out. She still asked me to hang out.
Chad.
I just don't respond.
This is
this
is the story how Austin cucked a whole family.
Yeah, I essentially financially cucked an entire family.
All right.
I got $140 plus like the $40 for gas, and then I got to drive a $70,000 vehicle.
Yeah, nice.
And then the only money I spent was I took everyone out to Denny's.
Chad moment.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's the piss origin story for Edgar. That's now canon.
Yeah.
I had. Speaking of,
I turned a chick lesbian that night. Good times.
Damn.
Is that what? Moving on.
Yeah,
This is the reverse of what Austin.
Yeah, you fucked. You see, I fucked up so bad that I became the just uncanny alpha male.
The Chad Austin versus
Jacob,
the virginate.
Yeah, Jacob turned a girl into a lesbian. I literally took all of his manhood and absorbed it into myself to become stronger.
Yeah, I was the only one with females. Apparently.
That's because you fit in with them.
Austin has ascended the need for females.
Yeah, I ascended the need. I can make my own.
Is that how you become gay? You just become
No.
a Chad that you're just like, I like dick now.
No, it's not that. It's just that I can form.
Gays are
I
the ultimate
don't. I don't
Chads.
have a need for women anymore. I can form my own children just in air.
Bitches are bitches.
I'm a sperm bender. I can grow children out of just my nut. It's become that powerful. This segues into my next topic: is what's the worst job you've had?
Worst job working at Popeyes. You should know this.
I mean, you worked there
That
for
was
like a
the
month.
worst. I worked there for 3 months. That was the worst job I had ever had in my life.
It's because you sucked ass at it.
I was literally. They even complimented me and said that I made like some of the best chicken that they put out. But they were just like, you don't work fast enough and you don't do the dishes, because I was manning the kitchen, the entire kitchen, because Austin had already quit. So
he was my substitute
I was the replacement.
because I had been
So-
doing that job for like a year,
Mm-hmm.
and I eventually got to the point where I was like, no, I'm done. I think I had to go to college, so I was like, nah, I'm done. I didn't turn it in 2 weeks or anything. I just left, and then I came back like for vacation from college, and they offered me my job back. So I think I left an imprint on that Popeyes. So anyway, Jacob, continue with how shitty you were at the job and that you're the lesser version of me in every way.
Got paid more though.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I made less than the cashiers for doing the dishes. I did the drive-throughs. I did the dishes, and I was the main cook.
I wanted to be a cashier.
I got paid less than he did for just doing one job.
I literally took the kitchen job because they said that they would pay me $8.50.
Yeah.
Because he left.
Yeah. Because I was
You were the head chef.
I was the first cook they had there because I was the it just opened up.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, here's $7.25.
Yeah, spending the next after you get off work, spending 5 hours picking batter out of your fucking arm hair. That was not my cup of tea. I hated every bit of it.
The day I quit was the day that I got the spicy seasoning. A jalapeno seed got stuck under my eyelid.
Boy.
I almost decked the manager because he came back as I'm like reeling in pain, and he's just like, "You're gonna hurry up." And I just, I wish I knew what it looked like from his perspective, because I quit then. I quit that night. I finished my shift, but I quit that night. But my eyes were still red. So I just want to know his perspective. Yeah, just bloodshot. I just like, yeah, I'll be there in a second. So I want to know what his perspective of that was. But anyway, Edgar, what was your worst job? Because that Popeyes job was not my worst by far.
Really?
No.
Oh wow.
There's a storm coming.
Okay.
Like literally, my job at Subway was better, and all I did was do dishes the entire time.
Yeah.
That was better to me than working at Popeyes, where you're getting constant scars on your fucking hand from the grease.
Mm-hmm.
You have the managers yelling at you for essentially doing their job, and then you have the batter in your fucking arms the entire day until you get back to work.
I literally had mold on my shoe.
Nice.
From every night I had to scrub it off because standing in one spot for so long.
Yeah.
Because I would work 16-hour shifts.
Just get a tortilla chip and scrape it off.
Damn, son, you're right. Anyway, Edgar, what's your least favorite job? What was your worst job, I should say?
That's probably a time where I was like a busboy at a small restaurant that is owned. I think it's changed owners like 5 times by now. That was a pain in the ass.
Mexican restaurant?
It was. It was.
Leak the name of the restaurant. Do it.
I don't remember the name of the restaurant. It was like Ponchos or
Ponchos,
or
that sounds about right.
Paolo's
Was it by
or something.
Was it by the 1960 bypass?
No, it
By
was,
Chuck E. Cheese?
it was on Kingwood Drive.
All right, never mind. So it's not Ponchos. No,
Well, there's
not
there's multiple ponchos.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure
dumbass.
Ponchos-
It's a
I've
food
never
chain.
seen a Ponchos off of Kingwood Drive. Have you?
I mean, no, but I don't go into
That's
Kingwood.
what I fucking thought. Anyway, so that was your worst job?
Probably.
No, that's fair.
From what I can
Why,
remember.
why come? Why was it your worst job?
Just shit.
There was a waiter who was hella gay,
you?
Did he give you a handy?
No, but he certainly tried to like.
He certainly tried to
He
get you
laid it
that.
on thick.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like,
Was he thick?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
Ian,
fail to see the issue with that.
Ian, yeah, Edgar is actually jerking me off as
Yeah.
we speak.
Yeah.
What about you, Ian? What's your-
Popeye.
Like
Popeye.
Edgar said he doesn't like a bush around his branches.
Oh no, don't.
No,
worry.
okay.
I'm clean shaven, my guy.
No, I actually prefer not fully shaven.
You like a little like landing strip?
Yeah, there you go.
That's fair.
Is it like the pornos where they have like the arrows? Like okay, next.
No,
one.
You gotta do like the tribal designs in.
yeah, no, I actually like I
Get faded with
like
his eyes.
I like an actual landing strip where they have like the strip and
Cones,
then
lights.
the cones, the lights, and then a guy with
yeah.
waving the
waving it in.
yeah.
That's fair.
If they don't have that, that's why my standards are so high.
Speaking
I
of,
finally get to like about to have sex with them, and then I take off their pants, and there's no guy waving. So it's like, oh, fuck.
I want Ian to answer first, but
Well, he hasn't said.
I was
his-
gonna ask you if y'all think we're gonna get to the point where we have like chips implanted into our arms, where we have motion tattoos.
Yeah.
Cause that'd be badass. Okay. Anyways, what's your worst job?
Popeyes was the second worst job I ever
This
had.
podcast.
Yeah, Jacob, you've had good jobs. Shut the fuck up.
Good jobs.
You've had good jobs.
The worst job I ever had, I only worked at for 4 days.
Damn.
Wow.
Fair.
It was I was a busboy at a Fuddruckers.
So busboy is a thing. So the busboy is a terrible job.
Yes. Any job in food service is a terrible job.
It's pretty bad.
It's
I
horrible.
was a sandwich artist though. It's so bad. I was an artist.
Although I did work at Whataburger.
So why was
and
that-
I like that one.
Why was that your?
Did you just say Waterburger?
Yeah.
What was your? Why was it your least favorite job?
The managers were just such cunts.
That's fair.
That's really it. They were just
The
so
managers-
nitpicky, and they took their jobs like so seriously. Like, shut up! I'm getting paid minimum wage. You're probably not making much more than I am, so shut up.
Yeah, I remember I used to go visit Austin whenever he worked at KFC, and he would give me free shit,
Yeah.
and his managers would get like super pissed off at him.
And then I'm just sitting there with just a blank face. I'm just like, you're throwing it out anyway. 2, I cooked it. And 3, I'm the manager now.
And yeah, like I was making minimum wage, and then the reason I quit after 4 days was I was gonna quit anyway. But then I got offered another job that paid like $9 an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah,
I'm out.
I'm gonna take that. I didn't even give 2 weeks notice. I'm like, nope,
Yeah, no.
I'm a dip. I didn't even call. Nothing.
My worst job was a waiter at a family owned Italian place.
Oh, was that when you were a caterer?
Yeah.
He used to brag to me about how much money he made, but he always looked so depressed
Oh,
whenever he came.
I
home.
made fucking bank. Like calculating it out, I made probably around $22 an hour just for catering.
Mhm.
The problem was whenever I would do the waiter stuff, like in shop, that's when I got shafted with payment. Because the thing is, the prices at that restaurant are super cheap. It's an excellent place to like go and eat. Not going to say the name because they're fucking cunts, but so you would get people who would be like, "Oh yeah, let's get an entire meal for a family of 4," and they'll spend like $25. So here's my, $3 tip. Cool. I just made $3 in that hour. The problem I had was that I was a waiter. I was there. They only had one other delivery driver. So if there's a delivery, I had to leave the store, meaning if I had tables, suddenly I don't get paid for those tables anymore. So I just leave to go do the delivery, made $5. And then I did the catering, which is where all my income came from. So anyway, reasoning why I hated the waiter. Not because of delivery. The deliveries and the catering was perfect. I was fine with that. I'd probably still be doing it if that was all I had to do. But the waiter, that's the good shit. So we had sections for like rows of tables,
Yeah.
and waiters would constantly quit there. So, meaning all their tables would fall onto me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the managers would come up and complain to me and be like, because we didn't have a busboy. I
Right.
was the busboy.
Yeah.
I had to bus my own tables.
Yeah.
Stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. So I'm sitting there dealing with 3 sections, and it's like, you know, I wonder why I don't have time to go grab the food. Because it got to the point where another server was, I told the, what's the person that sits you? The host. I had to get the hostess to bring the food to my tables because I think at one time I had 26 tables.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, see, if that was happening to me, I'd just be like, look, manager, you're gonna run these fucking
Oh
tables.
no, I
now."
did. That was. I walked up to him. I was just like, hey, because they were playing on the manager, or no, sorry, the owner was sitting behind the desk because they ran the to-go orders, and they're sitting there standing behind the desk. Just there's no to-go orders coming in or out, and they were just waiting. I was the only waiter who actually had tables, and the hostess was constantly sitting my section. I'm just like, hey, why don't you sit them somewhere else? And they're like, oh, they don't want them. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I feel bad now looking back on it because the hostess was this. I think she was actually like 5 foot.
Oh.
She was short, and she was a senior in high school, and I felt so bad for her because she would always try to talk to me, but it was always at the worst
And
times.
you're just like,
Yeah, exactly. So I remember one time, it was her like last day because she was going back to school, and she went to say bye to me or whatever after I just got done with a party table that didn't tip me. They just like they just dipped. And
Wow.
so you can imagine how busy I was if an entire party of 18 can slip out of the door without paying. Without me noticing. So I come back after because I have to now clean the table completely after making no money for 2 hours. And so she goes to say bye because she's leaving for a shift to go to school or whatever. And I just come around the corner. I'm just like, bye. See you later.
Imagine Austin's like frantically looking around. She's like, "Hey, Austin, I'm leaving."
Yeah. It was just- oh, you're leaving, huh? Good for you. What's school like? I could have been an engineer.
All right.
Well,
Do you have any more to your story?
no, I'm just gonna go
Yeah, are
skip
you
to the
done,
point where I
you
quit.
stupid
Basically,
bitch?
so they didn't pay me for a job, and I was just like, I just walked up to him. And I was just like, handed him my uniform. No, I didn't hand him my uniform. I was just like, this is a nice like jacket you got here. I'm taking it now in exchange for my payment. And they didn't have anything to say because they didn't have the $300 that they owed me. So I got an entire suit out of it. So I was like, y'all can either pay me now or
I'm
gonna take the suit.
That's a nice
Yes, and I didn't even think about it until I got home. I can't even wear the suit now because it has the name of the restaurant over it.
Is there not a way to like go to a suit place and have them like de-stitch it?
I'm sure there is, but that would look pretty fucking like suspicious if I just walk into like a tailor store like, hey, you mind taking this logo off for the restaurant down the street?
They probably won't.
Yeah, they probably won't care because they're Asian. They're just like, oh. Anyway, Ian, what were you gonna say?
Well, we're over an hour.
Fuck.
But I did want to get one last bit in since it's timely. You know, I didn't appreciate that y'all didn't seem to appreciate my Joker Edgar bit.
Fucks.
What?
You didn't see the Joker Edgar?
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't. None of y'all seem to like my Joker Edgar bit very much.
It was a shitty meme, but yeah.
I put a whole like 5 minutes. Working with that.
I think I missed it.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll show you.
No.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna do my bit before we close out here.
Okay.
Hit us up.
I have a bit.
So
too.
I'm Joker Edgar right now.
Okay. Yeah.
you know how I got these scars?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I was at the gym at 4 in the morning, as I am every day. And how I work out is I lift the 2 biggest cocks at the gym.
Accurate.
And I tried to fit them in my mouth at the same time. Try to fit as many cocks in my mouth at the same time.
Oh
And
my god.
eventually there was so much that my mouth tore at the seams. And that's how I got these scars.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
I like it better with the backstory.
I had another character that I wanted to do. And I told Ian about this. I'm going to need his help on this. Is playing the judge.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Jacob, you're going to be the defendant.
Sure.
Wait, all right. How does it? All right, so I'm going to be Edgar's lawyer.
Oh
Is
boy.
what I'm saying.
Oh,
You're,
So
you're defending
I'm,
him?
Yeah, so I'm the defendant.
You're the I'm
What
the
are-
prosecutor.
Prosecutor, yeah.
is this the goofy bit?
No, you're hit. no. So here. Let me get you the backstory.
Hold on. Edgar's guilty. I sentence him to 1,000 years of cock and ball torture.
Damn.
Oh my God.
So all right. So here's the bit. All right. So Edgar, you're Hitler.
Okay.
Jacob is trying you for your war crimes.
Okay.
And
Against
I
the
will.
And you're Hitler's.
I
lawyer.
am the defendant. I will help you get out of these charges
Okay.
because, as we know, that's canon that Hitler's not dead
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
because I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go ahead.
What? Why? You can't start a bit and then tell me to go ahead.
Well, yeah, you have to. What's the crime that my?
That's
What,
You
literally-
killed 15 million fucking people.
No.
What more do you want?
No.
I failed.
Execute them.
No,
Kill him.
No.
Hold on. Order. Order in court. I fail to see a crime.
Your Honor, I have to agree with you on that one. My client, Mr. Adolf Hitler here,
It's just Mr. Hitler.
he
You don't say their first name.
oh, Mr. Hitler. I apologize. I'm new to court. This is my first court case. I believe in late term abortion, and
Okay, look.
all Edgar was
Hold
doing,
on.
all Hitler was doing was
Objection.
aborting 15 million people.
Objection. It's not.
The judge, no, you cannot cut me off. I'm in court.
I can object.
Order.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Let him
Thank you, Judge.
It's
If I may continue.
Let the
Oh my
defendant
God.
continue.
I'm sorry. Can we shut this guy up? He seems to be disrupting the court.
I'm objecting.
I'm going to charge
you
you for
have been
contempt of the
overruled.
court.
You have been overruled. Anyway, my client, Mr. Hitler.
Yeah.
Good job.
15 million abortions, as we know,
Wow.
is legal. It
This
is
is some
legal.
Planned Parenthood shit.
As we know, if my argument is if those abortions weren't made, specifically to these 6 million Jews, then the economy would be in ruins. How do you?
What economy? What are we talking about? You killed them in other countries. Other countries.
Mr. Judge, do you mind helping me out here? The prosecutor is just going all over the place.
You hunted people down in
Order.
other people's homes.
He says order.
9.
I failed to mention that Hitler is also the judge.
The judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah. So
and the defense.
Yes.
the reasoning is because the economy would be in shambles if 6 million Jews were allowed to live. I fail to see the problem. I don't understand what your problem with is with late term abortion.
In another person's country.
Actually, it's all one country.
And you didn't just kill
to
Jews.
the United Nations
He
of
killed
Germany.
British and Polish people. This man is a
A
scourge.
saint, an absolute
scourge.
saint.
Order.
I personally believe that Mr. Hitler is an absolute saint.
I'm ready to make a ruling.
Okay.
You're not the jury.
we
This
have come to the conclusion that
I feel like this is rigged.
Mr. Hitler is
I'm throwing the case out because there's no crime committed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Hitler, sir.
All right, I think
just
that
end this fucking jury podcast. Everything. Fuck it. I don't want any part of it.
All right, Edgar, you wanna, Mr. Hitler? Would you like to
close us out.
close us out, sir? Since you're free.
You're a free man. Get the fuck out of my sight.
I also forgot to mention that Mr. Hitler's a mute. Do you mind closing us out, Mr. Hitler?
The sign language translate through podcast.
I think so, yeah. Do you know sign language?
Anyway,
would you like to close us out real quick?
Yeah.
As always, please contact us at what was the email?
MrHitler.gmail.com.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh, is that?
No.
What do you think the email is?
Like
Edgar?
and subscribe to our Spotify
It's
playlist.
it's literally the name of the podcast at gmail.com.
Big Mood Reviews?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Big Mood Reviews is going to take credit for the
Entirety of
Hitler
the
bit.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, all backlash falls
You are
down to
canceled,
the
sweetie.
big Mood Reviews podcast. I cannot explain. I was paid by that podcast to
Racist
to
remarks.
Big Mood
to
Reviews,
defend Hitler.
the official podcast of the alt-right.
I personally don't have. I personally am appalled by the fact that I was paid
By yourself?
to.
You're a part of it, jackass.
No, I'm not.
We at Thicc Bois in Heaven are a pure Christian podcast that do
Yeah,
not...
my name is Mr. Goochkey.
All funds go to charity.
Yes, on helping German learn art.
But yeah, since Edgar's being dumb, just contact
it's Mr.
us.
Hitler. I apologize. He's coming through a lot after just
Leave
dealing with
a
the
like.
court case.
Subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications.
That's cringe.
Comment.
Yeah, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. That's
Please
your
flag
podcast,
us for hate
dumbass.
speech.
Yeah.
That's any.
Flag
Oh,
us,
this is
any
any what?
YouTube
Any what? Shut the
video.
fuck up.
flag us for
dumbass.
hate speech, please.
I'll get my mom. That's what I fucking thought. Anyway,
Let's get your mom.
shut the fuck up.
Let's get your mom as a
Yeah,
guest.
Mom!
This is, that'd be weird if your mom was at my house, but also it would.
She just comes through the door. All right.
Yeah, no one's gonna listen to this shit. So.
Yeah, same. Fuck's sake! All right, I'll do the like and subscribe bit because I feel like I have the
The balls.
Yeah, I think I have the balls to say I have the Chad energy. I have that big dick energy to summon it out.
The one of us that doesn't nut.
I'm gonna fucking stop.
Uh,
I'm gonna stop.
Alrighty, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more Minecraft Let's Plays.
Fortnite reviews.
We do Fortnite reviews every Sunday after I get home from Bible study. Thank you for watching and listening, my fellow Christians. We do Bible reviews on Wednesday nights, and I praise Lord Jesus and Hitler for this podcast.
Wow.
And that's a wrap.
Thank